Welcome back to Bike Review Hub, your trusted source for in-depth motorcycle reviews and insights. Today, we're diving into one of the most anticipated adventure bikes of the year, the 2025 BMW R1250 GS. A motorcycle that needs no introduction, the R1250 GS has long been the benchmark in the adventure touring world. But does the 2025 model continue to lead the pack, or is it just a mild refresh? Let's explore everything it has to offer. Evolution, not revolution. At first glance, the 2025 R1250 GS doesn't stray far from its predecessor. That's not a bad thing. BMW Motorrad has chosen to evolve rather than completely reinvent the GS, retaining the core DNA that riders have come to trust, while introducing thoughtful upgrades to further solidify its position at the top. The iconic Boxer engine remains, the overall silhouette is familiar, and the emphasis is still firmly on long-distance comfort, off-road capability, and bulletproof reliability. But under the surface, the refinements are significant. Powertrain: the Boxer refined. The 1,254 cubic centimeters shift-cam Boxer twin continues to deliver a broad torque curve and responsive power delivery. Output remains unchanged at 136 horsepower and 105 pound-foot of torque, but what has changed is the smoothness and efficiency of the ride. BMW has fine-tuned the engine mapping and emissions to meet the latest 6 Euro Plus standards without compromising performance. The shift-cam technology, BMW's variable valve timing, makes a notable difference when switching between low-speed trails and high-speed highways. You get low-end grunt when crawling over rocks and linear thrust when you twist the throttle on the open road. It's as versatile as ever. Chassis and handling: better balanced, more agile. One of the subtle yet impactful changes in the 2025 R1250 GS lies in its chassis dynamics. BMW has revised the geometry slightly, improving weight distribution and steering feedback. The bike feels more agile without sacrificing stability, a key advantage for riders who transition between tarmac and trail. The telelever front suspension and paralever rear remain, but the damping has been retuned. It's more responsive to input and handles rough terrain with slightly better precision. On-road, it feels planted, with less dive-under braking and improved cornering confidence. Technology: smarter than ever. Technology has always been a strong suit for the GS, and the 2025 model ups the ante. You now get BMW's latest 10.25-inch TFT display with expanded navigation options, improved Bluetooth connectivity, and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. Adaptive ride modes, including Dynamic Pro and Enduro Pro, allow riders to fine-tune throttle response, ABS intervention, and suspension behavior on the fly. There's also an updated radar-based adaptive cruise control system, which enhances touring comfort by maintaining safe distances automatically. And yes, the optional dynamic suspension adjustment, DSA, now responds faster and offers more range, adapting to load and terrain changes in milliseconds. Ergonomics and comfort: touring excellence. BMW knows that long-distance riders demand comfort, and the 2025 GS delivers. The rider triangle remains virtually unchanged, offering an upright, commanding seating position that works well both seated and standing on the pegs. The standard seat is now slightly narrower at the front, improving reach to the ground for shorter riders. Heated grips and seat are now standard in more markets, and wind protection has been marginally improved with a redesigned windscreen and handguards. Multiple seat height options and handlebar risers are still available, allowing for deep customization. Off-road capability: still the king. Even though the GS is a large motorcycle, it remains one of the most capable big adventure bikes off-road. The 2025 model keeps the spoke 19-inch front and 17-inch rear wheels, with options for tubeless off-road tires. The Enduro Pro mode is even more refined, with better rear-wheel slip control and optimized throttle response for loose surfaces. Traction control and off-road ABS can be toggled easily, and the bike continues to offer switchable rear ABS for advanced riders. Ground clearance, bash plate protection, and crash bar options make it clear that BMW still expects this bike to see dirt, and not just parking lots. Styling and aesthetics: modern, but classic. Visually, the 2025 R1250 GS stays true to its adventure roots. It has received minor styling tweaks, notably in the front fairing and LED lighting design. The signature asymmetrical headlights are now sharper, with new matrix LED technology that improves nighttime visibility and corner illumination. Color schemes include a mix of classic and bold new options like triple black, rally blue, and a striking 40th anniversary edition graphic. The attention to detail remains high, with premium finishes and materials used throughout the bodywork. Variants and pricing. BMW continues to offer the R1250 GS in multiple trims, including the base, triple black, rally, and the Adventure, GSA model. The base price has slightly increased for 2025, starting around $20,500, while the fully loaded Adventure version can top $26,000, depending on options. Each variant is tailored for a specific rider profile. Whether you're a commuter, weekend explorer, or RTW traveler, there's a GS setup to match. Factory options include luggage systems, auxiliary lighting, upgraded seats, and more. Fuel efficiency and maintenance. Fuel efficiency remains in the 45 to 50 miles per gallon range, depending on how you ride. With a 5.3-gallon tank on the standard model and over 7.9 gallons on the GSA, range anxiety isn't a concern. BMW's maintenance intervals are generous, and the shaft drive eliminates the mess and hassle of chain maintenance, one of the many reasons the GS is popular among global adventurers. Final thoughts. Still the benchmark. The 2025 BMW R1250 GS doesn't reinvent the adventure bike formula, it refines it. What you get is a highly polished machine that balances ruggedness, tech, comfort, and performance in a way that few others can match. While competitors are closing the gap, Ducati with the Multistrada V4, KTM with the 1290 Super Adventure, and even Honda's Africa Twin, BMW's GS remains the benchmark for adventure motorcycles. Its ability to adapt, evolve, and stay true to its purpose is what keeps it on top. If you're in the market for a premium adventure bike that can truly do it all, the 2025 R1250 GS deserves to be on your shortlist. Outro. Thanks for watching Bike Review Hub. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2025 BMW R1250 GS. If you found this review helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another upload from Bike Review Hub. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Is the R1250 GS still the king, or are you eyeing a competitor?